Well, hi, here we are again, another day. Let's make it a good one. I've got a couple of things. I want to take you for a walk around the chassis in a moment. A couple of things have come in. I've got here my heat shields. Okay, didn't make them myself because I had no idea what sizes they were, because my original chassis didn't come with any fitted, or they might have broken away or something like that. So, and also these were done professionally. They were laser cut, which makes the edges a lot finer and cleaner. So it's getting on near time to put these on as soon as the electrical wiring's done. It comes with, I guess, this little piece as well of it's like a fibre cement, and this is a little standoff, and then a steel washer to and I think it'll sit something like that, like so, and then that sits against the edge. So the heat shield doesn't sit hard. Oops, the heat shield doesn't sit hard against the panel, which would make no sense. But you've got this as a small standoff. So these will be fitted shortly, as soon as I've finished routing. Yesterday you might have seen me crimping various wires, especially the ones to the horns, and it left a lot of red, and I don't like that. So I'll show you what I did, or what I'm going to do about that. The other bit of good news is tomorrow I'm looking at taking my engine to another shed that I go to on one day a week. It's where all the old farts go, and I'm one of them, and so that I can put it on a stand. We had we call them TAFE colleges, technical and further education. There was a TAFE college that had a bunch of engine stands, and they were getting a bit old and crappy with engines on, and for running and teaching students. So they didn't want them anymore. They may have bought new ones or something. Anyway, they didn't want them anymore, and they've given them to us at the shed to do with us as we like. Now, there's one of those that is for testing a complete engine, gearbox and everything, and it's got the pedals and all that. I don't think I need to go that far. What I do want to do is calibrate the engine that's sitting here behind me, and I'll just show you that again shortly. And I want to just up to the flywheel, fit it on the engine stand. So it's a smaller one, and it's a stand. It's got a radiator from another type of model and so on, but I think it's all can be readily rigged up. And I've got a bunch of calibrations that need to be done, checking tappets, carbies, starter motor, and I think with something that's been overhauled, it really needs to be tested on a test bed away from having to put it into the engine, and giving it a good run. I know there's quite a bit being shown on this style of running engines and tuning them, especially with Healeys, and I think Carl on the Healey channel, he just finished doing a lot of that work. So in a sense where I think I'm slightly following him in a lot of things. But anyway, it's good backup. So coming shortly, tomorrow hopefully, I'll pick up an engine lifter, take this engine, put it on the back of my ute, and take it to the shed, and at least put it aside for the moment until I actually take the old engine off that stand, cut it all out, and modify the stand slightly to take this engine so that it can be started, run, and calibrated fully. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that because it's been a long time. Anyway, let's take a little walk around. I'll show you the engine here first, the heat shields, and the other thing that I didn't like was some of that crimping work that I did yesterday. So I'm going to break all that open. Don't like it, and we'll see how we go. And also you can see how my routing procedures are coming along. I did find a source of connectors for these little bullet connectors, the little black connectors and so on, from the Austin Healey supplier in England, and so they've been ordered, and they should arrive. I think it's a very small pack of what I've got. They should arrive any day. So let's take a little walk around, see what we're doing. Right, you might remember this from some many weeks ago, and okay, so it's sitting here on the floor, and if I take it to the shed, at least it's something that's out of my way here for the time being, so that I can get in and just do some other things. So I'm quite looking forward to that. There's a bunch of little things that need doing on it, fixing and cleaning up. So let's look forward to that. Right, now, okay, on the frame you can see the bloody aeroplanes. You can see the routing of the cabling. Let me back up a little bit so I can show you. Trouble is, I've always got to wait for the weather to be reasonable, not too hot, not too cold, not wet, to come out and do this. So you might remember this. This is the cable run that I'm taking to the rear. I managed at the local supplier to get grommets, a little box of grommets, which is all this stuff here. Okay, these are for the holes that are in the firewall that'll need to be covered up. And I've got also a little box of heat shrink, all different sizes. They're not expensive, about $10 for the box and $10 for the grommets. Now you can see here my work on this here, and I just can't leave it like that. That's awful. I mean, it works, it does what it's supposed to, but I am going to break the crimps and put heat shrink over that and re-crimp it and then shrink over it. So there's a couple of those. I've got the two horns to do with that. Again, here it's a pity I didn't get the other bullet connector, because I've got a connector coming for that, but again, no bullets on this side. So again, I'm going to have to cut these off, put a little connector in there, and again heat shrink over it to protect it and hopefully keep the water out. So this is the underside. You can see how it's designed to go to the rear. So basically, where you see the tape is probably where a P-clip is going to go. Taking a look at the other end. Again, here I've got as I said, I've got the connector, so it's nice to have bullet to bullet, and so I've got connectors coming for that. So I've just been tidying up the cabling here a little bit as I go along. Okay, and just to try and make things a lot neater. Very shortly, I did ask a friend to come over and take some photos. So there's a bunch of things happening here under the that's the footwell. Okay, and underneath here, just around here somewhere, there's a couple of big relays that go in there as well. So this is all the instrument wiring, and can't remember what that goes to. And I've probably taken seem to have lost the blue, but we'll take a look at that in a moment. And so, and I know that goes to the wiper. that lead there goes to the wiper motors. So, alright, so let's just put you back on the stand and maybe have a look at and see how I swap over these crimps. Yeah, always give them a little tug just to make sure that they're holding firm, because they're the little buggers, and sometimes, and also this tool, this crimping tool, can only be used, should only be used one way. I don't know if you can see, but it's got a slight rounding off section, which is really where you keep the part that where the wire feeds in. And if you did it the other way around, you'd be crimping on the plastic rather than on the metal. So it's important that you use this tool the right way around. Okay, so red crimps, for you use the red button. These pliers are available at any auto electrician, auto supply shop. So you've got the red, the blue, and this is actually for yellow, the yellow crimp. So it's color coded there, fairly easy. Okay, so with that we can, if you use it correctly, then it should all work fairly well. And again, but still always give it a tug. Feels good, that one, but I'm going to give that another go, because I'm just not, it just felt a little bit different. So okay, let's do the same up top. And so I can shorten these a little bit, so and here we go again. Okay, put some heat shrink on those two. I think that was my size there. And okay, so again, using these the right way around, just below the shoulder. Yep, got it the right way around. So just until it's holding, okay. And again, that's just moving a little bit, so it's probably okay, but I think I might just give that another squeeze. That's more loose again. Now, I don't know why. Okay, let's come around again on a slightly different angle. Let's see how that is. No, can you see that moving? So it means it's just not tight. So that's tight. Okay, well, okay, let's again, that's moving a little bit, so I don't know why, unless I'm just working with cheaper nasties. No, still not. So just move down a little bit. Let's see how that looks. Still a little bit loose. Now that's a bit weird. Yeah. Fractionally loose. The thing's almost flat. Definitely got nowhere else to tighten it. Okay, let's have another squeeze here and there. Oh, that's tight. Now that's a bit weird. But anyway, not much I can do about that. Okay, a little bit of red there, but I don't think there's much I can do about that. I might just try exposing a bit more wire and to get a longer bite into the crimp. We'll see how that goes. Again, a little bit on the loose side, so I'll give that another squeeze. Yeah, that's tight. It's also a bit weird, but there you go. I lost my bit of heat shrink. I'll put another one on. Oh, that's loose. That's terribly loose. That's still loose. That's weird. That's weird. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I mean, I've used these by the thousands. No, still not. Okay, let's come up towards this end a bit. Yeah, that's fine. And a bit of heat shrink. Bring it up to 200. It's telling me it's 150 just at the moment. Okay, and that's it. So while I'm at this, got the chassis at this angle, what I'll look at is just positioning. This cable goes over the top, of course, and so I need to position the heat shrink. The heat shield, and I might just, you notice right here, I've got these nut certs here that are sticking out, preventing it from sliding up. So I just might recess those a little bit there to try and get it to sit in, because it's sitting a bit proud at the end. Alright, so that's the next bit. I'll get a cutting tool for that. That's a tile cutting disc, and you notice I don't wear have a guard on the machine, but I will always try and wear gloves if I'm doing that. It's just that I've been using grinders so long, I find the shield a pain in the backside, and my compensation for that is I'll always try and wear gloves. The only time I won't is when I'm just a bit too lazy, but it's not a good thing. So, and I tell everybody I teach, you know, if you're going to take the guard off, at least wear gloves. Leather gloves. Right, having a little closer look. Okay, can you see that? Right, so that's the beginning of that. I think I might just call it quits there for a bit.